team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. NBA legends explain how good the 1996 Chicago Bulls were. I think this is going to be a great video because I've just reacted to two different Eastern Conference Finals that involve the Chicago Bulls. 1993 I just did between the Bulls and the Knicks. And right now I'm currently doing the 1998 Chicago Bulls and Indiana Pacers. So this team is literally right in between them. So I think this is right when they got Dennis Rodman, because he wasn't in the first one. He wasn't in the 1993 series, but he was in the 98 series. But I think he's going to be in this one. But before we get into it though, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You right there, you that's watching this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. I would really appreciate it. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this team. Whatever age, range you're in. Was you watching it during this time, or was you like me and only can watch highlights of it? But regardless of the fact, let me know what y'all know about this team and how good they really were, because I don't really know much about them. I think this is the second championship the second championship of the second three-peat. Like, if y'all followed that, they won right before they played the Utah Jazz. But I don't know, man. Let's just get into the video. I don't want to do too much talking. We got how the NBA legends explain how good the '96 Chicago Bulls were. Let's get it.
The Bulls finished the regular season 72 wins.
Oh, this is the 72-10 team? Okay. I see what's going on. Alright, for you that's watching, I know if you are older, I don't want to call you an old head. If you're what's another word for old head? I don't like calling them old heads. An OG. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. OGs. Let me know. Do y'all think that this 72-10 team is better than that 73-9 Warriors team? Because the Warriors, they had a better record. But I don't know, man. I still got this team got Michael Jordan. Like, I would take this 72-10 team over that 73-9 team anytime. And that 73-9 team lost. That was the team that LeBron came back 3-1 on. So I gotta go with the Jordan team. But let me know what team y'all pick.
Hey, this is Sean Kevin.
Hey, Bird Gang, where you at?
What's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to take a look at NBA legends given their...
Oh yeah, he switched the jerseys up in the back too. Shout out to Mark Jackson. Like I said, I'm currently... My bad, y'all. I'm right on the busy intersection. It'd always be a whole bunch of traffic right there. But yeah, 1998 Indiana Pacers Chicago Bulls series. Like, I'm watching Mark Jackson right now, and he's a baller. Like, I knew he was an old school guy that I think I was kind of just watching him towards the end of his career, but he was a bucket, man. Shout out to Mark Jackson.
Their opinion about the 1996 Chicago Bulls, and well, basically they say if they think the Bulls were actually that great. But before we dive into today's episode, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and click the notifications button so you always get a notification once I upload a new video. And also like the video if you enjoy the content.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize how important that is either. Like, I always tell y'all to subscribe, but it's actually really important to turn the post notifications on too, because sometimes you may miss a video, or you might just be at home bored, like, not knowing what to do in the day, and boom, you just get an update on your phone, like, oh shit, HenDawgz just posted something. So I think that's why it's really important to hit that post notifications button. So go ahead and do that too. It's like the little bell right next to the subscribe button.
Obviously. All right, you guys, that was it. Let's dive right into today's episode. Now, the first clip that we're going to take a look at is actually an official Chicago Bulls clip, and it shows Scottie Pippen and Bill Wennington talking about the 1996 Bulls.
Dennis was new that year. He had lost Horace Grant in his rebounding and his defense at that power forward spot. So Dennis fit that bill perfectly, and really above and beyond for what Dennis did.
When the lights turned on, he gave everything he had. There's the athleticism of Dennis Rodman. Doesn't give up on the ball.
Ron Harper stepped up.
I don't really get this, but I was watching an interview between Phil Jackson and Dennis Rodman, and they said that they before they signed him, they set up a meeting with him. I think it was Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Phil Jackson. And Phil asked Dennis Rodman, he was like, "Do you want to be a Chicago Bull?" And he said, "I don't care where I play at." And that's what made the Bulls want to get him. I'm just like, I don't get the logic behind that, but hey, it all worked out, man. If they was just like, hey, this man just wants to just play basketball, I think that's kind of what it all boiled down to. Like, he didn't care who he played for as long as he had the opportunity to play. And the Bulls ran with it and won 3 championships with it.
Tony Kukoc really developed in the previous 2 years. Really, everyone, that team really meshed so well as a team. And that was one of Phil's philosophies, that the wholeness and the balance of everything has to be together. And I think that's one of the best teams where truly, I think everyone liked everyone and wanted to be around everyone all the time. Phil would break us up every now and then and pin those 2 guys against each other because they're really the only ones that could push each other to the limits. But everyone else had to fight to keep up with them. Every night you step on the floor, teams were really gunning for you. In warm-ups, you could tell sometimes where teams just, before the game started, kind of succumbed to.
How old was Jordan in 96? What was the age between him and Scottie Pippen? And Dennis Rodman, too. I kind of want to put that into perspective on how old they were during this time. So let me know.
Wow, we don't have a chance. And other teams, you can see guys really roughing it up, getting ready, and like, okay, we're going to have a little battle tonight.
Rodman has it blocked by Longley. Oh, what a play to pitch.
Jersey's hard. The black Bulls jerseys, them is nasty.
It seemed like nothing went wrong that whole year.
We won a lot of games because of the closeness. Nothing rattled us.
Randy Brown?
Polished from the
Who's
neck
that?
up. We thought
Who's Randy Brown,
a
yo?
bit more. We read each other more. We communicated better on the court. We had a great group of guys in terms of our bench, guys that, were.
Somebody help me out too. I don't feel like Googling right now, and that's what I got y'all for, because y'all can just pause it and go Google and everything will be good. But let me know what year Dennis Hobson played for the Chicago Bulls. He's from my hometown, from Toledo, Ohio, just like me. And he was my coach at Bowling Green, my assistant coach at Bowling Green, one of the best coaches I've ever had. Shout out to Coach Hop. He probably going to watch this, but he won a championship with Jordan. But I'm not sure if this was the team he played for or if it was one of the previous years. But yeah, this team right here, he was my assistant coach, man. He actually taught me a lot. He taught me a lot. So shout out to Coach Hop.
Professionals in terms of taking care of their bodies and being ready for the back-to-backs.
The 72-10 season was absolutely incredible, and how dedicated the team and coaching staff were, not necessarily to achieve that record, but to make sure that they were ready to win another championship.
I ain't seen him yet in these clips, so I don't think it was this year.
NBA championship, 4 in 6 years. As they defeat the Sonics, 87-75.
And the next player that we're going to take a look at is Kendall Gill. Now, if you don't know Kendall Gill, he played for the Charlotte Hornets, the New Jersey Nets, and some other teams, and he was a pretty solid small forward / shooting guard. Let's hear what he has to say.
Was it the NBA versus Michael Jordan? I kind of felt that watching The Last Dance. Like, it was like no one really believed they could beat Michael Jordan's Bulls, but it was like, man, it was like the whole they tried their best, especially the second time after the Rockets. It seemed like
everybody was trying, man. But it was just he was too good. The system that they had, their triangle offense was too good. Scotty was too good, and you could beat them all.
Who was that?
Catch them on all night.
I don't know who was number 35 that just did that dunk. That was nasty. But one thing that I heard from Isaiah Ryder, who was a really good player, I think he actually said that Michael Jordan showed him a lot of respect. But he said that one thing that made him so tough was, I mean, obviously Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time. But he said with the triangle offense being there, it wasn't really a time to really be able to double Michael Jordan because it was so much movement. So Phil Jackson did a great job of implementing the triangle offense, and I actually don't even think it was him. I watched The Last Dance. I forget who the creator of the triangle offense was. Let me know in the comments who that creator was, because I can't really remember. But yeah, the triangle offense had a lot to do with why the Chicago Bulls were so great, because teams couldn't double Michael Jordan. If you can't double Michael Jordan, one person can't guard him. He will give one person 50, 60 points. And the fact that everybody's out there moving and, you know, cutting without the ball, even when teams did, he's like, you know what, we have to double him. Other players went off. So shout out to the triangle.
Beat him. But no team could beat him in a 7-game series. You know, because they will eventually figure you out. Like great fighters do. They'll eventually figure you out. Right. And they'll go towards your weakness and beat you, you know, and it never fails, man. You know, the one thing that teams cannot do when you go to play the Chicago Bulls is you can't suffer the Mike Tyson effect. You know, Mike. You know how Mike used to have the Mike Tyson before they even got to the ring. You know. That's the way the Bulls, that's what it was like for a lot of guys playing the Bulls.
Scottie Pippen walking into the arena the other day.
So you're saying like a lot of people had the Mike Tyson effect where as soon as you go into the arena, you're already defeated. You looking around, you seeing all the banners up there, you seeing the Michael Jordan posters. It's just like you basically lost as soon as you walked in.
Arena the other day runs into Paul Pabst from Dan Patrick's show. Yeah. Paul asks him, if your team from '96 played these Warriors, what would happen? And Scottie said, we would sweep them. The '96 Bulls would sweep the Warriors. Charles, what do you think?
I disagree with Scottie. I think the Warriors would win one game.
One game.
But all right. So I kind of want to backtrack on that question I asked y'all about that 73-9 Warriors team, because that team didn't have Kevin Durant. So my next question is, do y'all think that this 96 Chicago Bulls team would beat the team with KD? Because I don't think they probably went, like 67-15 or something super crazy impressive, but it wasn't that 73-9 team. But I personally think that obviously the team with KD was better. So what team would y'all pick out of those two? This 96 Bulls team or that Warriors team with KD? Now that's a tougher question to me. I don't know. I'm still might go with the Bulls though.
I think they would, because you got the three, probably arguably the three most athletic players to ever play in the NBA: Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. They would have a field day against a small.
Dennis Rodman was crazy athletic.
Terrific. Steph Curry.
Dennis Rodman was crazy athletic. I mean, I knew he would get some great dunks, great blocks. I just thought he was just like a crazy workhorse, like just, you know, a relentless attitude, tough, on top of being, you know, somewhat athletic. But he's arguably one of the most athletic players of all time. Like, I didn't know that. Is Charles Barkley kind of gassing Dennis Rodman right there, or is that some truth?
It's terrific. Klay Thompson, they're amazing. Draymond's a hell of a player. But Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan in a free-flowing game, no hand checking, they would be even better than they were in '96. Michael Jordan playing by the day's rules, he's at a serious advantage. And Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen can guard Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But they have nobody can keep Dennis Rodman off the board. And he can guard Draymond. He can guard Iguodala.
Yeah, they have Kevin Durant.
This team
right
here is a great little team. But the Bulls would, I disagree with Scottie. Those Warriors would win a game.
Now the next clip that we're going to take a look at is actually from one of the most underrated defenders of his era, John Spider Sally. Obviously, he played for the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons, but also for the Chicago Bulls. Let's hear what he has to say.
You joined the Bulls early that season in March. What do you remember the most about that stretch run at the end of the regular season when the team was trying to break the record?
I remember when you walked in and Tex was trying to show me the offense, and I pulled out my the videotapes, I had VHS tapes of the triangle that we had in Detroit. And he was looking at it, goes, "This is how you guys play this?" I go, "Yeah." So I kind of got an idea of it, but just kept wanting to learn it. But it was, we win here. We walked to the game, it was like 50% chance you already won. When you walk with Michael, it's 110 chance you're going to win. The other guys are thinking, I'm not going to get embarrassed. I hope he doesn't dunk on me. They were in fear playing us, and that was the most amazing thing.
All right, so John, we know the Warriors eclipsed the record with 73 wins in 2016, but they didn't win it all that year. Your team, you did. The wins record was great, but how important was it to finish 96 in that record with the championship?
That's exactly how Phil put it. Phil said all of this work and all the things we're doing, you don't get this far. When the playoffs started, it was going into another season.
Listen, and people even when you try to make a fair, honest comparison, people think you're hating. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper would be better today. They would be better players today, in my opinion. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, they would be better. There's no hand checking Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc.
I'm just saying that there's no. That beats us fast. You forgot Ron Harper on that one.
Ron Harper was and he'd be great defensively. Ron Harper was a hell of a player.
I know, but they're going to rattle those guys off. Do it again. Do it again.
I think I could handle Durant there. I would give Jordan the edge in his category. I think me and KD will probably be a wash.
Really?
6'11", the guy shoots the ball from all over the court.
You were okay on defense, I remember.
I mean, that's why I say it was a wash. I think we could kind of watch each other play out. Michael could probably take over Clay. But in terms of Steph and Ron Harper, they give Steph.
Y'all had three guys that could guard Kevin. I mean, Dennis wasn't a slouch on defense. Michael could guard him. You could guard him.
I also think that we had a very strong bench. Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc. We had good shooters in our bigs. Bill Winnington. We had a pretty good team. I feel good about my team. It's hard to say how we would match up with today's players.
So how good were the 1996 Chicago Bulls, in my opinion? Well, I already dedicated a full video explaining why I think that the Chicago Bulls were the best team of all time. And it's not only because of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman, but it's also because of guys like Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, Ron Harper, Luke Longley, Bill Winnington, and all those guys. And they were simply the best team on offense and on defense. They could guard literally any opposing team, and they could score on any opposing team. And I'm 100% sure if they would have played against, let's say, the 2016 Golden State Warriors, I'm 100% sure that they also would have beaten them in the playoffs. I think maybe 4-2. That's my prediction if that ever would have happened. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to leave a like.
Appreciate y'all for watching this video. I like that one right there. The top 5 best duos in NBA history. Then we'll react to that one next. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, go ahead and like this video. If y'all like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about the 1996 Chicago Bulls. And also let me know what other teams y'all want me to react to and dive into. I think I've done... I think I need to do more of the making the case on the teams. I did a few of them, but I think it's a few more that I gotta do. So let me get over to those. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.